Welcome back to Sage and Stone Homestead. My name is Heather. It is the crack of dawn, as you can see, and I've had our beautiful goat Margie in the kidding stall since about 11 p.m. last night. It's when I noticed that I thought she was in the early stages of labor. Admittedly, I have been thinking she was in the early stages of labor for a few days, but it's official. Good morning, lovebirds. Oh goodness. Hi, Margie. How you doing, girl? Margie here is one of my goats that I have had the longest. I got her in 2020 when I got, I think it was 5 other goats. She did come a couple of months after I got the first 5, but I think she's the only one left out of that first group. I love her to bits. Margie is actually bred to our mini La Mancha buck feral. Margie's a mini Oberhasli or mini Alpine of some sort. We don't know officially, but has that been your favorite thing to scratch on? But yeah, she's been steadily doing the labor thing. You're doing well, aren't you? Having a contraction right now. It's a little hard to see because I didn't shave their back ends, but her tail head is really sunken in and she's got that steep angle to her back end. She's been doing that all night, making progress. Sometimes it's slow but steady. My main thing with knowing that everything is going okay is seeing them chew their cud about every 30 minutes. I need to see it at least every hour. And when I was waking up throughout the night checking on her, I didn't see her chew her cud, so I was starting to get a little bit worried. But as soon as I hopped out of bed, she was chewing her cud on camera, so everything is going well. Margie knows I have snacks. So what I've got here is a lot of loose leaf red raspberry leaf tea. And this is a uterine tonic, and it's just going to assist her with her contractions. Here. They don't have to be limited on this. They can munch as much as they want. I talked a little bit about when I got Margie earlier in the video. And when I got her, she had had one kidding, but I think she was 3 years old. So she was 3 years old in 2020. She's 8 now. So she's getting to be a senior goat, and I'd like a doe or two out of her. I hope she's got at least one in there for me. Her last several kiddings, all her kiddings have gone pretty well. She did have one kidding where she had twins. It was on Christmas morning when she delivered. For a while, she didn't really do anything. She wasn't really progressing. She wasn't having contractions. She wasn't chewing her cud. She was doing literally nothing except for talking to me. She was looking at me and talking to me for a solid hour. Because of that, I decided to check and see what was going on in there, and both of her babies were trying to come out at the same time. There was 2 noses in the birth canal, so we had to readjust and get that situated and get the babies out. But in general, her kiddings have gone really well, and even that tangle was a pretty easy fix. So we're hoping that we have a good kidding today and nothing like that. Things are going well so far. So our Margie's been at this for quite some time. It is probably, goodness, what time is it? About 10 o'clock a.m. And I had stuck her in this stall at around 11 o'clock last night, and she did rest overnight. She has been doing pretty good today, but I did do a little bit of a superficial check in there, and it appears to me that her cervix is only dilated about the size of a nickel. And in my book that I have, that I love to reference in the middle of kidding, it says that when a doe is over about the age of 5, sometimes they could use a boost of calcium to help their muscles contract properly. And so I am going to give her about an ounce of this. Provide 1 ounce at the first sign of kidding and another ounce 6 to 12 hours after. Okay. In my experience, they don't love this. Yep. I know. I know. gross. Oh. All right, it's 2:30 in the afternoon now, and she's still working on it. Things are not moving as fast as I feel like they should, and I have checked her a second time. She is more dilated, so there's probably nothing to worry about. It's hard to not worry when you've got a doe that's a little bit older doing a thing that she's done really easily in the past and seeming to struggle just a little bit. So she's open about the size of a golf ball right now, and I can feel a foot behind the cervix. I really hope that there's more than just a foot there, that she doesn't have like a foot with a head crooked back or something. But she's having some pretty good contractions. She's doing a lot of talking, and when she lays down, she's kind of spreading out. We don't have any pushes yet, but she's working. It's a real good contraction. Her vulva is sucked in. I know, we're looking at you, girl. She needs to drink. She hasn't yet. I know. You got a lot to say. You're talking more than I've ever heard. I have had a lot of experience kidding with Margie, or having Margie and having her kid with me. And I've never heard her do so much talking, which is one of the only reasons I'm slightly concerned. Her age is another reason, and I've also never had a kidding with her take this long. But thankfully, she is dilating well. I do feel like I feel 2 front feet on the other end of things, so it's just one of those times where it's taking a little bit longer. Checks like that are absolutely not necessary. It's not something that you have to do on your animals, you have to know how to do. It's just something that I'm doing to make sure things are going well with one of my favorite animals. Yeah, and we're doing good, girl. You're doing it. The only other time I have heard her talk this much was when her twins were stuck a few years ago. But I don't think you're experiencing the same situation now, ma'am. You're just extra chatty this year for whatever reason. Yeah, you are. It's almost time to push, though. It's on its way, darling. Didn't get it out yet. Right on the wall. Go ahead, baby. I'm gonna make sure baby's nose is there. You're all right. You're all right, Margie. Look. You're all right. I know. You're okay. You're okay. Look, it's right there. You gotta push, Mommy. You have to push. It's right there. 2 feet and a nose. You have to push though. You're not doing it, and you're making me feel like you're Christine all over again. And that's exhausting. I don't like yanking babies that are right there. You gotta push. Go ahead, lay down. I know, you don't want me to, but I don't think I have a choice. You stay down, or not. Good girl. Good girl. That's a push. Good girl. Good girl. See, that's what you have to do. Push. Good. Hey, calm down. Look. Look. It's feral. Push it out. Good girl, Mark. Good girl. It's a baby feral. Look at how cute. And see, it's not 1,000,000 pounds. I told you. Margie. That's a boy. Come here, darling. Hold on, Mar. I'm going to give him back. I just wanted to get him. You dug all the way to the dirt. There, baby. Now she's pushing it. You can do it, Margie. Oh, it's a foot. There's a foot. Yeah, there's a foot there. Oh yeah, there is a nose right there. Margie, you got one more. I know firstborns are very distracting. But can we do that? It's not very big. That better be my doe, girl. He almost had it by himself. Too far. Oh, it's not there. It's so close. Good girl. Wow. And there she goes. All right. What a pretty baby. Yeah. There you go, Mar. Look what you did. It's a boy. Dang it, Margie.
I think she has another one.
You think she has another one?
Yeah.
I don't know. She looks pretty sunken in. And there was 2 on ultrasound. Something's bouncing, but it doesn't have bones. Yeah, he's gorgeous. Yes, he is. Marge, do you want to lick this one?
Where do you sell them?
I'm not going to sell him as a buck, and I need meat, so Marge's udder isn't right for selling as a buck, selling her babies as bucks. Good job. Good job. I am curious about the size of these little buggers. They're not that big. Margie doesn't have large babies even when paired with feral. Feral babies, even though he's a big buck, his babies are not huge, which is great. Last year, Margie had a single buckling out of feral. It's our Gollum. He's in our meat goat program, and he was 6.5 pounds. You think I could weigh him? Oh, he's so cute, Mama. Do I have, oh, I have battery. Six and a quarter pounds. So that's a little bit bigger than I expected, but not the giantest that there ever were. No. They're cute. They're cute, Mar. I need to trim cords and dip them. Okay, just stay right there. Just under 6 pounds, this one. I knew he looked a little smaller. I thought that meant he was a doe. Oh. Yeah, boy. Man. You know, you have to double check. Good job, Mar. Y'all missed it. It's 2 boys. This umbilical cord is way too long. We've got to trim it up. Put some iodine on it. Woo! Oh, we got iodine all over the place. It's good. We're good and clean. You're all right. Excess. Woo! All dipped. Look at his black belly. So cute. So cute. There you go. Remember how this goes? Good girl. Come on, all the way. Come on, you gotta get up here. There you go. Good morning. Our girl Margie forgot what a milk stand is, but that's okay. She will relearn very quickly. She looks real good back here. Like I said in the video, this is also really common when they haven't been on the stand in a while. They don't normally poop on the stand, but sometimes they do when they're relearning or just learning. That's the thing about goat poops. Super easy cleanup. One of the things that I'm noticing is her boys are preferring this side. This side of her udder is a lot more full, so I do milk my does from the second day after they kid, pretty much as a rule. And that is so that I can keep tabs on mom's udder and also keep up on her milk supply. Her udder does feel good, it's not hot, there's no lumps, but the boys are definitely favoring one side. And once I release some of the colostrum out of this side, it's going to shrink it up a little and they are going to be more likely to take it. It'll be kind of at the same level as the other one and just as soft. They haven't ignored it fully though. Being that it hasn't quite been 24 hours since she gave birth, what we are going to get out of here is likely either all colostrum or a cross between milk and colostrum. It's a little bit yellow tinged, but it looks like it may be turning into milk pretty quickly. I thought about saving some of this, and I still may, in my freezer, because there's nothing like fresh colostrum if something happens to happen to one of our does in kidding and we need to have colostrum on hand. We can freeze this for up to a year. I already fed her this morning, which was probably a mistake because she's not eating right now, so she's not distracted, but she's doing good. She knows how to milk and what a milking stand is. What it's not is a toilet. Now, I'm not gonna completely strip her of her milk. I want these boys to have everything they want for sure, but I am gonna take some pressure off and even her up. Here we go. She's a lot more even now. Ready to go back to your handsome boys? Yes. Now, what am I gonna do with this that I just milked out? I am gonna stick this in the freezer in case a goat happens to need it later. But I'll add this to the milk from today and we will drink it. Colostrum is good for people too. Actually, there's a lot of natural supplements for like immune support, and if you look, a lot of them have colostrum in it. Colostrum is basically milk. It's just highly concentrated nutrition and highly concentrated in like immune support for the babies, but people can benefit too. When it comes to goat colostrum, it is quite goaty. We don't necessarily mind it, but I know when I add fresh milk from a mama that's just delivered into the pail, we can taste it. It is a little bit goaty, but it's good for you. So at the end of this video here, I wanted to address some questions that I think I might get. So regarding Margie, am I going to breed her again next year? Right now, it's a maybe. I don't know. I still haven't had a chance to talk to any of my goat mentors and get their take of what they might do or what they might suggest. I think that this video is going to help them. So I'm waiting until this video posts before I have those conversations. But my gut instinct is to say yes, to give her one more chance. I don't think she overall did bad at all. I don't really know why she didn't push. That first baby, little white boy over here, he was very well engaged in her pelvis. He wasn't huge. She did manage to get out the bubbles, but then beyond that, it's like she didn't want to push out anything that had bones. It's not that they were big or cumbersome. He wasn't stuck. She wasn't even trying to get him out. And she had been at it for about, I think it was 16 hours before they were born. And so I think that she was just exhausted. I had already given her calcium, and calcium is one of those things where it is really great for muscle support, but you absolutely can overdo it and you absolutely can kill a doe with too much calcium. So I didn't want to keep pushing that. They get a lot of calcium in their diet. We feed a really nice goat feed, and I do cut it with some alfalfa pellet, which does have calcium in it. We have a lot of legumes growing out on our land which has a lot of calcium, and she doesn't have milk fever at the moment, so I don't think she's low on calcium. There is the fact that I don't give my does that are pregnant their selenium injection every year. Her babies don't appear to need selenium, and they would have gotten what they needed from her system, and if she was deficient, they would be deficient. She is due for it, but maybe I should have given it to her before breeding instead of after kidding. The selenium content in her system would have been greater, and maybe that could have helped her kid out a little bit easier. For all I know, little baby in the beginning might have been in an awkward position and not providing enough pressure on her cervix in order to dilate her properly. That might have been what was taking so long for her, but that doesn't explain why she wasn't pushing when it came down to that. So I'm still deciding, but I'm thinking that she will get another chance with some adjustments. She's not super old. She could still have some productive life in her, but I'll be making that decision a little bit later. She has recovered very well. She passed her placenta on her own. I'll say that there's probably a 60 to 70% chance that I will breed her again. Another question that I get somewhat frequently when kidding season comes around is, Heather, why are you not wearing gloves? Why are you not wearing protection for your hands? And I mainly use the gloves as protection for the doe. And if I'm going to need to go deeper than about my wrist down into her uterus, I will be putting on gloves so I don't introduce an excess amount of bacteria into her uterus and cause an infection. As far as me, I'm not worried about me. We have a disease-free herd. We test our goats annually. They were tested in August, and so we've had recent results. So I know that they're disease-free. Now, we do not test for things like Q fever, which is one of the main concerns that I see in my comment box. Aren't you worried about Q fever? And the answer is no. Q fever is a zoonotic disease that you can get from birthing fluids from animals, but the main way that people get it is from the dust in the air. You can also get it from drinking raw milk, which we do regularly. From what I understand, we would know that our herd potentially was dealing with Q fever if we saw a lot of like preterm deliveries or abortion storms, things like that. We've never seen anything like that, and so I tend to not worry about Q fever in our herd because of that, and I'm not worried about it for me. One of the reasons is I grew up not exactly on a farm, but one of my best friends lived on a dairy farm. Her family owned a dairy, and I played over there all the time. Like, we hung out with the cows in the pens where they kept all the dairy calves. We played with the dairy calves constantly. There was kind of a sick cow area, and some of those sick cows were in milk And this was probably a bad idea now that I think about it, because the sick cows were probably on medication. But what we would do is take a plastic cup over to the cows and milk them and drink it. So I imagine I've been exposed to all kinds of stuff, to include Q fever. And once a human contracts Q fever, in healthy people, 50% of the time there's no symptoms. The other half of the time you can act kind of like the flu, and then you're immune. Now, in immune compromised people, Q fever could be pretty serious, so I'm not saying that you should just act flippantly around animals and around raw milk, but for us, we're all healthy and it's not a big deal for us, and I'm very likely immune already. Plus, as I mentioned, we are drinking the raw milk, so whatever is in her birthing fluid is in her milk, and I do drink it raw. So another question that I know I'm going to get is, what's the future look like for these little boys? And Margie's udder isn't the kind of udder that I would sell intact bucks out of. We have plenty of really nice animals with much better udders that I would be happy to sell bucks out of. These guys are not that way. We really love goat meat. We try to raise anywhere from 4 to 8 plus animals for our freezer every single year, and these guys are going to be added to that meat program. It actually works out pretty well because I do have a wait list of people that want to buy animals from us, and I believe there's only 2 people that want does. The rest of people want bucks, and bucks are usually what we stick in our freezer, so these guys are going to help kind of balance out what we're selling and what we're keeping for meat. As always, if you have any questions, I do read the majority of my comments. Go ahead and leave them down below. I do have a lot of vlogs on this channel, but really the main goal is to inspire and to teach. And so if you have questions, please ask them. I do want to answer them. YouTube is one of the main places that I learned and got the confidence to do this kind of thing myself, and I would be honored to return the favor. I did make a video this spring about why I do sometimes assist my does in birth. I'll leave that up here if you haven't seen it.